Hello, I'm Frank McSheen with Square Peg Consulting at the Whiteboard. I'm a supply chain cash guide, and these are the components of the business-to-business supply chain as I see it. And there are opportunities to generate more cash in every part of this process. Let me show you what I mean. Hello. Today we're going to tackle a subject that's a complication in our B2B supply chain framework, and that's accounting for product, service, or project mix in our business, and understanding how that can help us generate or lose more cash if we don't account for it. So if you only have one product, one service you deliver, or you're doing the same project over and over again, you don't have to worry about it. As soon as you have more than one product, a proliferation of services or different kind of projects that you're doing, you got to account for mix. And by mix, I'm talking about differences in difficulty, levels of difficulty. So we have easy projects or easy products and hard products. In the paper industry, they tend to measure everything in tons. And if you're only making one type of pulp and that's all you're shipping, no problem. In the paper company I led, we had hundreds of SKUs of products, different basis weights, different colors. They ran at different speeds. So we had a lot of variation in terms of easy and hard, slow and fast. You also get differences in ingredients in the products or components that go into the product. And there's different terms of production rates. So some you can produce 10 in an hour, some you can produce 100 in an hour. That's a big difference, right? And so if you just measured units or tons in that scenario, you get a really mixed picture of what the real performance and what the profitability is. So one way of dealing with this is using standard costing. You have what's called a standard hour. And that's how much am I supposed to produce in an hour. So in the example I just gave, if I'm supposed to produce 10 and I produce 10, that's just one standard hour. I get credit for that. If I'm supposed to produce 100 and I produce 100, that's one standard hour. If I only do 50, I only earned half an hour, even though it might have taken me an hour. But it's a way of kind of equalizing the impact and value of the different types of products. Then below that, we've got differences in service costs, packaging differences, delivery costs change. Sometimes that's driven more by the customers than it is by the product itself. But this takes away from what we end up with here is really gross profit. It's a big contributor to that. Now we get closer to contribution, what's really left over at the end of the order. This is often what we sell. We think we get that profit out of the sale, but once we subtract these other directly related costs, we now get closer to contribution. And as we compile those contribution by customer for all the products or services that they order, now we can start to really see the profitability by customer. So now you've got an insight into your business, clear profitability by product, and as you accumulate that by the customer orders over a period of time, then you can really start to see profitability by customer. And that tells you where to really start to focus your time and attention. Which products, which customers, or more like them that you need to go after to grow your business.